Let's break it down. For more than 30 years in the United States, the rule was simple. Almost every baby got a hepatitis B shot within 24 hours of birth. Quietly, that policy helped drive childhood hepatitis B infections down by more than 90%. Now, a new federal advisory panel has voted to walk that back, and pediatricians are warning this could turn into a dangerous experiment on children. I'm Imran, a Middle East-based analyst who follows US politics and global affairs. Let's talk about what changed and what it might mean for families. First, what did the panel actually decide? The CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, ACIP, has voted to end the universal recommendation that all newborns get a hepatitis B shot at birth. Under the new guidance, the birth dose would only be recommended if the baby's mother tests positive for hepatitis B or her status is unknown at the time of delivery. For mothers who test negative, the panel says doctors and parents can simply wait and start the vaccine series later, around 2 months of age. On paper, that sounds like more flexibility. And parental choice. In practice, critics say it creates a big opening for missed doses, lost follow-up, and more infections in the future, especially in families who move a lot, lack stable doctors, or don't have perfect paperwork. Second, why are experts so alarmed? Hepatitis B is not a mild childhood illness. If babies or young children catch it, they have a high chance of developing chronic infection that can later turn into cirrhosis or liver cancer. The whole reason the US moved to universal infant vaccination in 1991 was that you can't reliably tell which households are risky. The virus can be transmitted within families, and some adults carry it without knowing. By giving every newborn a shot, hospitals didn't have to gamble on the quality of records, the honesty of answers, or the accuracy of tests from every clinic in the country. That simple rule is what many experts credit for the huge drop in infections. Now they're watching that simplicity disappear. Pediatric groups and public health societies in the US have called the vote dangerous, unscientific, and a step backwards that could weaken not just the hepatitis B program, but trust in the whole childhood vaccine schedule. Some states, like New York, are already saying publicly, "We're going to ignore this and keep recommending the birth dose for every baby exactly as before." Third, what's the political angle? This isn't happening in a vacuum. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a longtime vaccine skeptic, fired the previous ACIP members and replaced most of them with people who share his doubts about vaccines. Not long after, this new panel votes to loosen one of the most established vaccine recommendations in the US. President Trump then orders a wider review of the entire childhood vaccine schedule, calling America an outlier with too many shots. So, from the outside, it doesn't look like a neutral scientific update. It looks like the first big domino in a broader effort to question and maybe reshape the whole vaccine schedule. Fourth, what does this mean for parents? If you're a parent in the US, you're now going to hear mixed messages. A federal panel saying the birth dose can be skipped if you test negative. Major medical organizations saying, please don't skip it. This is a bad idea. Some states sticking with universal birth doses, others possibly following the new guidance. For ordinary families, that means more confusion at exactly the moment when clarity is most important. So let's break it down one last time. A new CDC advisory panel, reshaped by vaccine skeptics, has voted to end universal hepatitis B shots at birth and limit them mostly to babies of mothers who test positive or unknown. Experts say that move ignores decades of data, invites missed vaccinations, and risks bringing back a disease that was nearly controlled in children. If you're in the US and have a newborn or are expecting one, your best move is to talk directly with a trusted pediatrician about what they recommend in your state. This is Imran Breaks It Down, and we'll keep breaking it down together.